Hi guys, it's Christian. In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best platforms for info and coaching. If you're a creator, business owner, founder, and if you're selling info to your audience or anything like that, or even coaching, you're going to be using a platform to run a lot of your offers through. Now, I just want to hit the nail on the head at the start here and talk about these platforms. A lot of people think that platforms really make or break the offer and what you're providing to your audience. Now, they can improve the experience, they can enhance the experience, and if you use them in the right way, they can really improve what you're selling to your audience. The issue is they don't make or break it. They really don't. Like, you can pick any one of these, and if you have a bad offer, it is going to be a bad product for your audience. Now, it really runs on the offer, the value you provide, and how well you do it. Now, how well you do it can be improved by these platforms, but in reality, you need to have a good product and you need to have a good offer. If you don't have either of those, these platforms literally mean nothing. So I'm going to assume that you have a decent offer that's making a bit of money and you want to choose a good platform. If you don't at the moment and you're starting from the ground up, just literally pick one of them. It really does not matter. At the end of this video, you'll have a very good idea of which one's going to suit you best. Pick one, stick to it, and then run your offer. And as soon as you run into any problems, look to the other platforms that may be better for your current circumstances, as some are free, some are expensive. So I'll just start with a quick one. WAP, very, very well known. WAP and Skool are big competitors there. A lot of people know WAP just from Iman investing into it quite recently. I can't remember, maybe a month and a bit ago. And there's a lot of debate around WAP and is it good. Now, I think WAP is good for some things. Now, if you've got an older audience, maybe above 25 or even lower than that, maybe like if you're not targeting a Gen Z audience, then I would not use WAP. WAP is good, but it's very confusing. It's hard to use for a lot of people who don't have a good idea of how, I guess, these kind of platforms do work. And obviously these Gen Z audience, they do have a good feel of how these platform works. So using WAP does have good fees. I know they partner with a lot of creators to give them really good fees. So it does make sense to use WAP as they are a good payment processor. And their platform is decent, but if you have an older audience, I would not be using WAP just because it's going to be unfortunately too confusing at the moment. They have improved their UI, it is getting better, but it's still, for the Gen Z audience, it's fine. But as soon as you go to those older demographics, I think you're going to really see a drop off in the quality of your product just because unfortunately they are going to get confused. So I'll put WAP probably at a B. It's a bit big there. WAP at a B at the moment just because, as I said, it is good, but it could be better, it could be easier to use. But for the Gen Z audience, which is a lot of the info and coaching space to an extent, WAP can be pretty good, and they do have a good quality payment processor. It is also free to an extent. I know, like, obviously the fees they do get you, and that's where they make a lot of their money, but it is free and easy to use straight away. And they do have like a good marketplace feature where if you're selling a quality product, you can really push volume through there. So I'm going to keep that at B. So then the competitor, Skool. Now Skool, again, very, very good competitor to each. There's a lot of debate on which is better. For the older demographic, I'll go with Skool. Skool is much easier to use. It's very, very simple. There's literally no issue in using Skool whatsoever. Any demographic is going to be able to pick this up in an instant. Both have apps like on your phone, which is one of the main things you want for any community platform. The easier it is to use, the better. So for Skool, I'm going to put that at B at the moment, just because they are competitors, but I do think they are basically the same. They do offer the same thing. Skool is just for a different demographic, and that's why simple is better for that demographic. But for the Gen Z audience, I do think that WAP is very good. It looks clean. The UI is pretty clean. And there's a lot of stuff going on, which I think works well with the Gen Z audience. So even though they are competitors, I'm going to put them at the same level at the moment. Then you have Circle. Circle is honestly not talked about enough. I really do not see many people talking about Circle at all. It is a very, very good platform. It is used by a lot of people. A lot of the big guys use Circle as it's got so much to it. Now the only issue is Circle is expensive. Now Circle can honestly run you a really good amount of money just because first you have to pay for like the base subscription. I think I'm Australian, so it's around 90 Australian dollars. And then if you want AI, API access, if you want webhook access, you have to be paying like $200 a month just for webhook access. So if you want to integrate and build a lot out in Circle, you honestly do have to be spending like 500 odd a month. This is in Australian, just to get access to like all their webhooks, their APIs, and like so you can integrate everything. I think they've got AI agents, which is very, very cool, but you do have to again pay for that. So Circle, I honestly think at the moment is really topping the charts here, as it's very, very good. There's a lot to it. You can do a lot with it. There's a lot of integrations, and it's just a very like hearty quality platform that I think Doesn't matter if you're Gen Z, doesn't matter if you're 60 years old, you can be using Circle. It's very good. And you can also build out your own branded apps. So I'm going to put that at A tier at the moment, just because it is good. And I do think it's one of the better ones out there. However, it is very expensive if you're a beginner and trying to launch something. As I said, you're going to run yourself, like if you want access to everything, which at the start you don't need. So you should probably choose like a WOP or a School or one of the others. But School is good for the older demographic, but for Gen Z, maybe not. It's a little bit boring. WOP, obviously the opposite. I think Circle is a good merge for the two. However, it's going to run you a bit of money. Then I'm going to choose Mighty Networks. Now, I have heard a bit about this. I think it's a little bit like School. It's really nothing crazy. I just wanted to add it here just to round out the 8. But I'm going to put that at D tier. Like it's decent. It's just an average kind of software that people use. Haven't heard anything crazy about it. And due to it's not really well known, you kind of want to choose a platform that's well known to the general audience, as that means it's going to be the easiest one to use, and you don't want to have people to try and figure out stuff. If people have to try and figure out how to use your platform, that's where you're going to see a drop off in the quality of your product. So I'm going to put that D tier. Another one is Slack. Again, probably another average one here. A lot of people do run Slack groups, except it does get expensive when you're trying to scale. It is, again, like it's more of a Teams kind of chat where it's more of an internal Teams chat there. So to try and run communities off it, like it can help, but I'm just going to put that at pretty average. Like you can run it if you love Slack, then you can run a community off Slack and see how that goes. But there's really not too much you can do with it compared to these other platforms. It's not really built to be a community platform. It's built to literally be a communication platform, like for internal teams and everything like that, which is amazing for. But for a community, it's I'm just going to put that average. Next, I'm going to kind of group these two here. Telegram and WhatsApp, basically the same. WhatsApp, I have heard, is decent, but Telegram kind of tops it there in terms of the integrations and what people like from it. The thing with WhatsApp, if you try to run communities and groups and stuff like that, no matter what, from my experience at the moment, you cannot see a way to remove people seeing each other when they get removed. So if you have a group, like a very small group, tight-knit group of people, and then someone gets booted or banned or leaves, then people can see that. And it's up to you if you want that to be seen or not. I personally don't think it's the best, especially if you've got multiple people leaving for some reason. If your product's just not the best, or for some reason you've got, say, 3 people leaving in a group of maybe 15, people are going to question, hey, why did those 3 people leave in the span of a week? Like what's changed? Did they not like it? It's going to like create questions and problems that you don't really want in your community. So WhatsApp, again, it's a good quality start. It's cheap, it's very easy to do. So I'm going to put that at C tier at the moment. If you just want something quick, easy to push your audience to, I think WhatsApp's good. Telegram, it is a little bit better than WhatsApp, does have a little bit more, I guess, access and integrations than maybe WhatsApp would. However, I do not think it's topping School or WOP at the moment. So I'm just going to put that in the middle. Again, both very the same. If you want like a good product to use straight away, just really get on, start pumping money in people through, then a WhatsApp or a Telegram or even a Slack. Like if you really like Slack, I guess you can use Slack. But WhatsApp and Telegram are going to be an easy, quick start. And then this leaves the last one, which is Discord. Again, I don't think Discord is going to top at S tier at all at the moment, but I do think Discord is a very good platform. Now, I know a lot of people run like large scale communities off Discord, as it has like bot access, it has a lot of access, you can build a lot of stuff on it. It is just a good overall quality messaging software and communication software. It's been around for ages. A lot of people know how to use Discord, especially the Gen Z audience and just say the 25, even up to the 30s. Like it's been around for that long that a lot of people just know how to use it. Everyone who played video games and stuff, they've used Discord, they know how to use it, and they're very comfortable with it, which is a really big plus for anyone who uses Discord. Again, you can build a lot of bot access, you can build onboarding flow. Like it's just a really good quality, I guess, software to be running a kind of a community and info off it. The only issue is then course hosting. So the good thing about like a School or WOP or a Circle is you can host the course and the community in the same place. Discord, I guess you can, but it's very hard and it's very clunky if you try to host a course somehow in Discord, maybe through like a Google Drive or like different folders, or you can even build it into your own website. But even then, it still just gets a little bit clunky. And if you want to spend the most amount of time on this community, then you don't want to be wasting time trying to make your content look really good when you can pick one of these top softwares, which is going to make your course hosting look very clean, very easy, and you can do it within like a day and host all your stuff there within a day. Discord, if you want to build something out, you got to do it on like a third-party platform. You can use like a mix between one of these platforms and Discord, But in my opinion, you want to keep everything in one place. If you have multiple things, even 2 different platforms that people are using, it's going to confuse people. People are going to be like, which platform should I use? Even though there's going to be a clear, distinct, this is for course, this is for community, I still think you just want everything to be on one platform, be very native and easy for the user to hop on whenever they want, check stuff, do stuff. You don't want to be switching between platforms at all. So Discord, honestly, I think it goes with Telegram up here in the middle between B and C tier. It's above C, but above these platforms, it's borderline, just because these platforms can host a community and a course at the same time, which is very helpful for a lot of people starting out. Discord, I'm just going to put it actually a little bit above Telegram because it does deserve to be a little bit hard. However, I think Discord's up here. Don't think it's better than Whopper School. However, Discord is a lot better than the Slack, the WhatsApp, the Telegram. It's cheap, easy to use. Like, it's a really good first pick one as well. A little bit more complicated if you want to put a lot of stuff into there. And the issue with Discord is if you have a lot of channels and a lot of people talking, it can just get confusing on who's where. Because if you have just like 20 plus channels of people talking, there's just no real, I guess, pinpoint on purpose. It's just a bunch of fluff everywhere, which I do think like it gets a bit confusing. It's a waste of time and it devalues your community. Discord, however, as I said, really good starting platform. You can do a lot with that. I know a lot of people are doing a lot of numbers just through Discord alone. So it is up there. I do think though you're going to have better success with Circle, School and WOP, but Discord has the benefit of being just completely free. So that's my ranking at the moment. I'll repeat what I said at the start, which is literally, if you want a good platform and you think it's going to make or break your coaching, it really won't. What actually makes your coaching and info and your course better is the value you provide, the quality of the product, and how good the offer is. If the offer's bad, quality of the product just sucks and it isn't valuable at all. So the quality and the value kind of go hand in hand here. If that's bad, you could choose Discord, you could choose Slack, you could use School, you could use Circle. It doesn't matter what you use, you're still going to get bad reviews. People aren't going to like it and you're not going to make as much money. So focus on your offer, focus on the value you provide, and make sure it's super, super high quality. That's it for the video. If you guys are interested in watching more, just go watch my other videos. If you're a content creator, they're going to be very helpful for yourself. Just on how to make money from your content, how to improve your funnels. Any other people as well, business owners, this is very valuable to yourself. So if you have any other questions as well, hit me up on X. DMs are always open, and I'll see you guys in the next video.